that forget America, white America is an irredeemably racist country, and that the only course for the Negroes is to bring about a final, violent, apocalyptic confrontation of black and white.
As Governor of the State of Michigan, I do hereby officially request the immediate deployment of federal troops into Michigan to assist state and local authorities in reestablishing law and order in the city of Detroit. I am joined in this request by Jerome P. Kavanaugh, Mayor of the city of Detroit.
Pillage, looting, murder, and arson have nothing to do with civil rights.
You're going to sit in front of your television set and listen to LBJ tell you that violence never accomplishes anything, my fellow Americans. But you see, the real problem with violence is that we have never been violent. We have been too nonviolent.
There's no such thing as a nonviolent revolution. The only kind of
starts taking all your rights away. You can't even do your housework when you're quarantined. You can't even buy leaf bags to pick up your leaves to clean up your own yard while you're on quarantine. This is a perfect example of the government taking away our rights every day. It's time for America to wake up. This is not acceptable. This is against the law. This is not right. This is against our laws. We have constitutional rights to be able to buy this stuff and do our work. And they're refusing to let us buy even seeds to plant our own vegetables. We can't even buy seeds to plant our own vegetables. What are we going to do when the stores close down and we can't go to the stores to buy vegetables? Oh, that's right. We can't even farm our own stuff. Congratulations, America. This is the beginning. We're going to be screwed. Can't even buy the stuff to take care of your own yard while you're on quarantine. Look. Can't buy a weed blower, can't buy a weed whip, can't even buy charcoal fluid so you can cook your food outdoors, or the accessories. Welcome to the new world order of what used to be the freedom of the United States, but it's not free no more, is it? This is communism at its best. Sure hope all the dope addicts that use the paint and stuff to subdue their needs and their desires don't fall off the wagon. And there you go. You can't even buy paint. This is stupid. I can't even get a house plant for my house, but I can go to McDonald's and get a fucking Whopper or a burger or Burger King. I mean, whatever. This is your American rights being taken away. Hope everybody likes it. Keep voting Democrat and watch what happens. This will be a normal everyday thing. This will be, they'll ration this stuff out to us.
There is so much incredible tyranny taking place across our country right now. And I want to show you the face of one of these fascist tyrants. Her name? Gretchen Whitmer. She's a Democrat, and she also happens to be the governor of the state of Michigan. Now, like the governor of Vermont, Gretchen Whitmer has banned seed sales in her state, calling them non-essential. You also can't buy paint and painting supplies. Now ask yourself how this makes any sense. If the stores that sell seeds and paint supplies are open, how does it make any sense not to let people buy what they want? Unless you're trying to destroy the economy, and in the case of growing your own food using seeds, not allow people to be self-sufficient. This is the face of a tyrant. And I tweeted yesterday, based on this news of Gretchen the tyrant, I said, at this point, we should all be screaming at these people and demanding to know why are so many governors and cops so eagerly becoming jackbooted thugs, stomping on human faces. This is so Orwellian, it really defies belief. And at this point, we've all seen videos of cops pulling men off of buses for not wearing masks. We've seen video of paddleboarders being arrested for daring to go out into the ocean by themselves. Maryland has banned gardening supplies, painting supplies, plants, and seeds. And getting back to Gretchen the tyrant, she's also banned travel between households statewide, which means if you obey the tyrant, you can't go visit your mom or your grandmother or friends. This is absolute madness, and it could not have been imagined just 3 months.
This channel is dedicated to benefiting you by educating you through enhanced digital technology for social, cultural, and political, economical development by using social commentary on social issues, real-life events, or news story. If you like, please share and subscribe to Real Detroit TV.
Months ago. And this type of tyranny in our own nation, a nation of liberty, a nation of constitutional law, and a guaranteed Bill of Rights, all of this was unfathomable just a few months ago. Are we mice or are we men? Are we endowed by our Creator with unalienable rights, or do we allow tyrants to tell us who we can visit, where we can travel, what we can buy, and how long we can leave our homes for? Are we mice or men? And all of this reminds me of a very important event that took place in 1998. That's when the Reform Party candidate, a third-party candidate named Jesse Ventura, ran for governor in the state of Minnesota and won. And after becoming governor, to his shock, Jesse Ventura quickly found out that the CIA has an office in the state government of Minnesota.
Did you know the CIA is implanted in your state government?
No.
How are they? Well, I'll explain. First of all, the CIA mission statement says they're not to be operational within the U.S. So they're violating their mission statement. Well, in Minnesota, only the governor and the chief of staff are aware of it. That there's an implanted CIA person in Minnesota government at a level to where he doesn't come and go with elections. It's a permanent position. Why?
But beyond that, after becoming governor, a strange request of him was made by the CIA.
1 month after I took office, I was requested to the basement of the Capitol where I was interrogated by 23 members of the Central Intelligence Agency, and I was the governor. I went, because being a former military, you kind of feel obligated. You don't know what it's really about. I walked into the room, and they put me in a chair at the end, and they were in a big half circle around me, and they interrogated me, questioned me. And having met me, you'll realize how I handled it. I walked in and I sat down. I said, well, first of all, I said, before you ask me any questions, I have a few for you. I said, what are you here for? I said, your mission statement says you're not to be operational in the United States of America. Why are you here questioning me? And why are you violating your mission statement? Well, I couldn't get an answer. Him, God, that's the way they are. I second said, I want to go around the room. I want you to tell me your name and what you do. And I'm the governor.
It makes you wonder how many of the governors across the country who are acting very tyrannically are being urged or compelled to do so. So I will leave you with the face of a tyrant, a Democrat in the state of Michigan named Gretchen Whitmer, who has banned seed sales in stores that have them and are open for business, and she has also banned travel between households statewide. Are we mice or are we men? What does freedom even mean if it can be taken away at the whim of a fascist scumbag like Gretchen Whitmer? I do have to say, guys, I'm pretty shocked that so many governors and cops are so eager to fill the role of that Orwellian tyrant, eager to stomp on human faces forever. This in the land of the free and the home of the brave.
You know he must be right.
So the Washington Examiner and a lot of other outfits are reporting this morning that an online petition to recall Michigan Governor Gretchen Whitmer is growing, and it's received more than 150,000 signatures. Now, the Washington Examiner writer Dominic Mastrian, this was written by Dominic Mastrangelo. Sorry, Dominic. April 13th, 2020. An online petition to recall Michigan Governor Gretchen Whitmer is growing after she announced new statewide orders on social distancing and keeping non-essential businesses closed amid the coronavirus crisis. The petition, which had 160,000 signatures as of Monday, claims the Democratic governor's actions are causing more people in the state to get sick from the coronavirus. Closing and banning various non-essential businesses and activities while leaving others open, further promoting the pandemic. It reads, she has lied since day one with her fix the damn roads, which she has failed to do anything in this regards. The response to PFAs was negligence, and completely removing funding for hashtag Pure Michigan clearly shows her lack of anything positive for the state of Michigan. Well, she's like a deep state creature. I mean, first of all, there's no power. These rights are protected under the Constitution. Whitmer last week extended Michigan's stay-at-home order through the end of April after the state topped 20,000 confirmed cases of the virus. I want to know what that means. 20,000 confirmed, because they're lying. They're saying, oh, if someone dies or if someone gets a cough, just say they have coronavirus. And they're lying. So I want, prove it. Prove 20,000 confirmed. How? Confirmed where? Confirmed what? Michigan has the third highest number. How? Prove it. The third highest number of COVID-19 cases in the country. And we're still on the upswing, she said, and the order will prove it. Data shows that most Michigan, well, what data? Are doing their part by staying at home and staying safe. What's she even talking about? That's good, but we must keep it up. No, you need to put yourself in check. Whitmer's critics say the new measures go too far. Yeah, so it looks like Michigan is really fighting back on this. And when I read that story this morning, I think it said it had 130 some odd signatures. Now it's got 100. They were shooting for 150. That the petition has gained, already reached and beyond its goal, because this lady. Well, let's take a look. I mean, it's hard to call someone who looks like Caitlyn Jenner, who looks so much like Caitlyn Jenner, a lady. But anyway, there's some real fierce photographs here of this thing. And lady, I don't know. Evil, yeah. It looks a little demonic, if you ask me. So anyway, that's it. That's the thing. That's the person. The whatever it is. I know it's married to something. But these I'm telling you, these political couples, you cannot take them at face gender. Because if you did, this would be a man. So anyway, yeah, you're not allowed to do what she's doing. You're allowed to have free movement. Dave talked about this last night in the X22 report, and people need to know their constitutional rights anyway. But no, you are not allowed to restrict people. You're not allowed to hold people hostage in their homes. The president could, if he declared martial law and the situation warranted it, he could. They have no power. She is acting beyond her ability. She should not be doing these things. Yeah, they should remove her now before she tries anything else, tries to call the UN Army in there or something. Says several recent measures provide marginal benefits at best. while substantially heightening frustration and resentment. Well, they like that. They get off on that. So maybe that's why, because she's one of those lizard things. Said Representative Justin Amash. I'm not kidding either. An independent. Sensible instructions to practice social distancing, wear masks, and stay at home already do most of the work to reduce the virus's spread. By pushing too far, the governor undermines her own authority and increases the likelihood people will not follow reasonable guidelines. Well, you know, this is a Nazi move. She's overreaching her power times 100, if it's a she.
A conservative group is planning a protest tomorrow in Lansing aimed at voicing displeasure over the governor's executive orders. According to the protest Facebook page, it's organized by the Michigan Coalition and the Michigan Freedom Fund. The group is promoting people to drive around Lansing, honking their horns and waving signs. Governor Gretchen Whitmer says as long as the protesters socially distance, she supports their right to protest. But she then took a shot at the DeVos family, claiming they are actually funding the protest.
This group is funded in large part by the DeVos family. And I think it's really inappropriate for a sitting member of the United States President's cabinet to be waging political attacks on any governor. But obviously on me here at home, I think that they should disavow and encourage people to stay home and be safe.
According to the Detroit Free Press, Education Secretary Betsy DeVos has not made a contribution to the Michigan Freedom Fund since she took the job at the White House. But members of her family, including her husband, Dick DeVos, have made political contributions. But in a Twitter post, the Michigan Freedom Fund says it is not funding the protest, saying it is only being organized by the Michigan Conservative Coalition and Grassroots Facebook campaign. The statement calls Governor Whitmer's claims bizarre and categorically false.
Gretchen Whitmer's stay-at-home order is getting some pushback from organizations vying for her to bend back the rules. CW50's Chris Walker shows us their plan to get the governor's attention.
Criticism is looming over Governor Gretchen Whitmer's handling of the COVID-19 crisis, from an online recall petition with over 200,000 signatures to a planned protest at the Capitol. Pressure from the opposition is now in high gear. The Michigan Conservative Coalition is calling out Governor Whitmer's stay-at-home order.
This is our way of showing the governor that we don't support you, and we want to open Michigan, free Michigan from Gretchen Whitmer.
The group says the solution is not to keep everyone in the house, but to find ways to safely live without losing personal liberties. Monday, Governor Whitmer fired back at critics in a press conference, stating that the measures are in place to flatten the curve in hot spots and to stop the virus from spreading in less affected areas.
So I want to acknowledge it's okay to be frustrated. It's okay to be angry, and it's okay to, if it makes you better to direct it at me, that's okay too. I've got thick skin.
Wednesday, protesters will be taking their disappointment to the Capitol for a drive-through rally to demonstrate their concerns from their cars.
And we have everyday citizens, and they are going to show up in Lansing, circle the Capitol, cause gridlock.
The Michigan Freedom Fund is also speaking out against the governor's actions. The group says the stay home, stay safe measure lacks consistency.
It's not about essential versus non-essential. It's about safe and unsafe, and what are the things that can be done safely, not just regionally, but throughout the state. And we want to encourage things to get back to some sense of normalcy, but of course doing it in a way that is safe and protects public health.
Reporting in Detroit, Chris Walker, CW50.
Revolution. The only kind of revolution that's nonviolent is the Negro revolution. The only revolution based on loving your enemy is the Negro revolution. That's no revolution. A revolution is loving. Revolution is hostile. Revolution knows no compromise. Revolution overturns and destroys everything that gets in its way. And you sitting around here like a knot on the wall saying I'm going to love these folks no matter how much they hate me.
You call us savages and beasts and mad dogs running the street burning and looting, but we're doing this not for the destruction of the world, but we're trying to prove one point. We want freedom and justice and equality. We want to be treated equal. The best thing to do is give us freedom. I'm at this place a riot with blood.
Here in Detroit, a city of war.